Hello everyone, it's Maximus with Crypto Talk Now. Terra Luna is brought up again and again and again. And at some point, some people get tired of hearing about it. But this time around, Charles Hoskinson, believe it or not, of ADA, aka Cardano, has made it public that he feels as though that Luna actually contributed to the delay of major ADA upgrades, basically the collapse. So let's get right into this. It goes on to mention that Charles Hoskinson basically feels as though the collapse of the Terra Luna ecosystem, the former one, Luna Classic and so on, is partly to blame for the postponement of the Vasil upgrade. Now, he goes on to also mention that the update is ready, but Cardano's development team was directed to exercise more diligence before shipping updates or products following the collapse of the stablecoin blockchain of Terra. Says, quote, "We are code complete, and what code complete effectively means is you probably could flip the switch and get away with it. And certain projects would do that. But what happened after the collapse of Terra Luna is that I gave a directive to a lot of the engineers to say we should probably measure 3 times and cut once, given the nature of things. And so additional tests were added in the Plutus suite, and additional work was done for quality assurance, above and beyond what we normally do for hard forks. So that was one dimension of the puzzle that made it more complicated." End quote. Now, in regards to the Vasil upgrade, if you haven't heard about it, it mentions it's geared towards the scaling Cardano's performance, enhancing the smart contract's capabilities. As we know, Hoskinson and the rest of the Cardano development team does like to take their sweet time when they develop anything. They put a lot of focus on quality over rushing into anything. That's been something that's always existed with them. But here it mentions that Plutus is the name of the Cardano smart contract platform. It goes on to mention that, Hoskinson says a desire for more inclusivity is in the quality assurance and testing process by decentralized application, aka DApps. Developers also contribute to Vasil's delay. One more quote he mentions: the other dimension of the puzzle was that after consensus, which was held in Austin, Texas in June, we did have an enormous amount of contact with decentralized app developers and other people, and there was a desire to be a bit more inclusive in the quality assurance process and the testing process. So a lot of them said, quote, "Hey, we need several weeks on testing to be able to play around with these things," end quote. It goes on to also mention blockchain research and development firm Input Output from Hong Kong announced the Vasil upgrade delay early this week. The upgrade was initially scheduled for June 29th, but will now take place during the last week of July. And it's basically like this. Cardano is always going to take their sweet time, but to actually have Charles Hoskinson come out and say specifically that the Terra collapse contributed to these delays, I think is pretty significant. I don't think it's in regard to, this particular CEO of this project wants to put the blame on this specifically, but Cardano is one of those big projects that is doing just that. So with that said, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know what you think. Do you feel as though Cardano is just trying to come up with a lame excuse? Or do you feel as though it's a legitimate excuse for the delay? Of course, there's also lots of other smart contracts in regards to Cardano, but Hoskinson was pretty specific in that regard. So with that said, everybody, hope you enjoyed today's video in regards to Hoskinson putting some blame on the Terra collapse. May y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.